Alright, makeup geeks, I have a video for you guys today explaining how to wear colorful eyeshadow every day to work. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, I just wear neutrals, I wear the same thing every day. I am super passionate about this because I love colorful eyeshadows and I feel like you can wear them regardless of your age. I admit I'm not 16 anymore, but I still love to wear colorful makeup. And you can pull it off every day. It's all in where you place it, how you apply it, how to blend, all of that stuff. So I'm going to give you some great tips today, and I'm going to show you 4 different looks that you guys can use for your work week or whatnot. The shadows I'm using today are Makeup Geek ones, but I will hold up the colors so you guys can pick anything from your current collection. But I do use them because a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears went into these shadows. So I'm going to use them because they're really good quality. But do you see right here? I think there's a tear right there in this one. Oh, wait. This one has some of Marlena's sweat in it. Anyways, let's get started on the 4 different looks, and then I'll give you guys some great tips too. Now, to pull off colorful eyeshadow, it's what I call strategic placement. It's all in where you place the color. The first tip is you want to pick just one color. So if I'm going with this color here, this is Sea Mist. It's a beautiful teal color, but if I'm going to wear this during the day, I can't wear any other colors with it. You want to keep neutrals paired up with it just so it makes it a little bit more wearable. But for the first look, I'm going to do it just along the lash line. So that's my placement, just one area. You guys can do the upper lash line and the lower, or just one of the above. I'm going to do just the upper lash line. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a teal liner. This is a Milani one just because it's inexpensive, but I'm just going to run that along the upper lash line. And then just to soften it and add a little bit more color, I'm going to take just a really small brush like this and that teal eyeshadow. We're going to smudge it on top to kind of set it. This makes it last longer. And it just softens it a little bit too. And when I come out here, I'm going to come up on the outer part of the eye just to lift the eye a little bit. So do you guys see how just that little pop of color is just barely noticeable, but it's just enough to make your eyes pop? I love teal for brown eyes. It's just a great color. Now you want to have your neutral, and this is optional. You guys can just stop here, put on your mascara, and go. I like to take just a little bit of a tannish color, put it in the crease just to shade it a little bit. Take a stiff down brush. This is the color Creme Brulee. And what I'm going to do is just put this slightly in the crease, just for a little bit of dimension. And then from here, you guys can just apply your mascara and you're good to go. Do you see how super easy that was? So I'm just going to apply my mascara, and then I'll show you on this eye a second look. I'm just on the outside where the world's twice as bright. So for the first eye, I put my color just along the lash line. This eye here, I'm going to put the color just in the outer part of the eye. This is one of my favorite techniques. I use this in a lot of my videos, as you guys know. The color I'm going to use is Wisteria. It's a light purple color. If you're a little bit darker, Sensuous is a good one. Purples are great for everyday wear because they aren't so bright and vivid that they look, too much. So purples are great, and they look good on every eye and skin color. So what I'm going to do is take a dome brush. Actually, let's take this one. And we're just going to put it here on the outer part of the eye and just keep it on the outer half or outer third of that eye. We're just putting it slightly in the crease and blending it upwards. So do you see how soft this looks right here? It's not too much color. The key is to pick something that's light or medium in color. Don't pick something that's super dark, like a dark green, a dark purple, because then it starts looking a little bit too dramatic. You want it to be very light and airy. And then for your lid, you guys can put on whatever neutral color that you want. One of my favorites is Homecoming. It's has a little bit of a taupey purple look. It reminds me of MAC Satin Taupe, but it just, I don't know, it's a really pretty neutral color. So what I'm going to do is just put this on the lid, but you guys put whatever your favorite neutral is. I love this combo with purple too. I think it's just really pretty. Isn't that nice? And then again, you can put on liner if you want, or just do your mascara, and you're good to go. Super easy. Now for the third eye, you guys want to place the color all over the lid, but the trick is to choose a color that, again, is light to medium. Don't pick something that's too dark. That's when it can start looking a little bit dramatic and not daytime appropriate. The color I'm going to use right now is Shimmer Mint. It's a light green color. Greens and purples are my go-tos for everyday look just because they aren't too loud. You want to take a flat stiff brush and just apply this all over to the lid. Just pick some of that up and just pat it on. And then the other tip for pulling off color all over the lid is to pair it up with a neutral. That's my go-to thing. So if I were to put another bright color somewhere in here, all of a sudden it's not really daytime appropriate. But if you take a neutral color and surround the bright color with it, it makes it tone down a bit. I'm going to take the color Purely Naked and a dome brush. Actually, let me grab a little bit smaller dome brush. Here we go. We're just going to put this in the crease, and this look is super easy. Okay, so do you guys see how I'm putting this all around this green? And once you put on liner and mascara and all that, it kind of pulls it together a little bit more. Let me blend up here under the brow with a lighter color. That's Beaches and Cream. Okay, do you see how now that's a little bit more wearable because I took a neutral and paired it around it? So from here you can put your mascara, liner on, all that good stuff if you want. This eye, let me show you the fourth and final look for wearing color. Now for the fourth and final look, this is probably my least favorite one, but this is definitely still something you guys can do. Put the color here on the inner tear duct. Now you want to choose something that's light to medium color. If you put something dark in here, it's going to look really bad. So choose something light. The color I'm choosing is Mango Tango. It's kind of a peachy pink color. What you're going to do is take just a small dome brush, this is an outer V brush. What you're going to do is put it near the tear duct, right here in the inner part of the eye, and just blend it up and inwards just for a soft touch of color. And then what you can do on the lid, because I don't want to leave that too bare, you can take a light shimmery color. I'm going to use Shimma Shimma and a flat stiff brush. If you have darker skin, I would go for like a tan shimmery color. If you have fair skin, you can do something this light. But I'm just going to pat this all over the lid. And do you see that combination between the light shimmer on the lid and then that little touch of color in the inner corner? Let me soften that a little bit. It adds just a nice little touch. And what I'd normally do here is apply a little bit of liner, but for now I just want to show you guys the shadow placement. So that is your 4 different ways to wear color to work. Please try to branch out and wear different colors. Don't feel like you have to wear neutrals every day. You don't. It's all in just pick one color, one area to place it, and then do neutrals everywhere else and you'll be good to go. So gottomakeitgeek.com, you guys. I'll have all of my bullet points listed out. Some great tips for you guys, so check that out. But I hope you're doing great. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.